course, the priority number one is to win and to win the war. And that's why, the priority number one is weapons and financial support to Ukraine and more sanctions and isolations to Russia. But we also are thinking already how to win the peace. And that's why we're conducting all the reforms. That's why we're doing the reforms in judicial system and anti-corruption and the regulatory and other economic sector reforms. We are in a full-fledged war. And in this war, where not only the war is going on all territory of Ukraine, the aggressor occupies right now more than 20% of our territory. There is active combat. There are more than roughly 1 million people in the armed forces, in and out. There are more than 12 million of internally and externally displaced people, out of which more than 6 million are still outside of Ukraine. There are so many people that are abducted by Russians, kidnapped, not only our children, but also. So in this situation, can we have the elections? Well, definitely not if you believe in free and fair elections.
It's really important that Western, I should say, friends of Ukraine have made it crystal clear that they have no pressure on Ukraine to hold elections or not to hold elections. They have said that Ukraine will hold the elections when conditions are in place for free and fair elections. And that's basically the line by the real official friends of Ukraine.
We have unique moment with consensus between separate groups which are thinking how to build democracy during wartime and how to have free and fair elections when it will be possible.
If military will not have a chance to vote because military are fighting for democracy, then what's the meaning of democracy in Ukraine is? And military are activists, military are going to fight not only on the front line, but other in advocacy campaign, in reform sector and others. I'm asking to support us in fighting for democracy now. And then we will give a chance for democracy to live in Ukraine. And you gave a chance for us, for activists who are now dying for this democracy, just to be the part of this democracy.
All the soldiers that are out there defending not just those people living in, like you both, living in Kyiv, not just the rest of Ukraine, but Europe, but the United States. The first priority is winning the war. And to win the war, the international community, Ukrainians need unity.
We must restart electoral reform. There are many things that can be done now. IFES has done a very thorough study of out-of-country voting for Ukraine. What are the problems? What are the challenges? Where are people? What methodologies might be available to allow these people to vote? We have made recommendations, but we have not told Ukraine, as we shouldn't, which of these recommendations to take. We need Ukrainian elites to refocus, restart electoral reform, and answer a range of issues, including the biggest of all, how we make people that are displaced vote.
Can't organize during wartime or post-war election according to civilian legislation, because first of all you have to think how to develop process with all protocols about security first, then how to emerge the process if something will happen according to the worst scenario.
We're going to stand by your side as you figure this out, knowing that the most effective accountability mechanisms will be the empowerment of Ukrainian people to hold their own government, their own leaders to account. That's what you're actually fighting for. And we'll stand by your side and support you as you determine that pathway, as you lead the way.